What's up, everyone? How's it going? Happy Geek here. Thought I'd go ahead and try something a little bit different today. This is a whole different setup. Still can't kind of finalize on how the setup should be due to time and space constraints. Whatever. Don't want to go into that. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Grand Archive. So I'm looking to, in this video, the point, make you aware of it, let you know that there's a new TCG coming out relatively soon, like really soon. I believe they're releasing their Kickstarter backer product. What is the first edition, which will be next month in February. I believe those are already being shipped out. So in February, I should receive mine. I pre-ordered, well, hold your horses before I even get there, right? Let's back up a bit. Grand Archive, right? What is Grand Archive? Grand Archive is a new TCG that's coming out. It's planned to release, I believe, in April with their what they call the Ultra Edition, which is the unlimited edition. They had a first edition, which was exclusively to those that backed the Kickstarter back like about a year and a half ago, somewhere around there. But the Kickstarter edition is being released, I believe, now until February. So in February, I should receive mine. I got like one box, I think, and a starter set or two starter sets, something like that. Right now, it's just they're releasing that, and then I said in April they're releasing the unlimited edition, which I also have a case on pre-order for. So as you can tell, then I'm excited about the game since I backed the Kickstarter, and I also have the unlimited edition pre-ordered. So it is a very interesting game. So I just want to go ahead and kind of share about Grand Archive. We're going to look at the website, very unscripted, just let's hang out, take a look at the site itself, talk a little bit about the game. That's it. That's the point here, just to get you introduced to Grand Archive in case you have no idea what this is. Let's go ahead and take a look at the website, and as we're exploring the website, we'll talk a little bit about it. I may throw in a bunch of other stuff that doesn't really tie to it. Maybe what I think about some of the game itself, which I'm hoping to save for another video, but we'll see. Like I said, unscripted, things happen. All right, Grand Archive, right? We can see here on the screen, it's an anime TCG with Western game design. So that was the big thing that stood out to me, and I want to create a video that clearly lays out like an anime game, what that typically looks like, and Western game design. What does that mean when it's saying it's an anime TCG with Western game design? TLDR is really, it's taking the Japanese style, which is a lot of anime cards essentially designed, right? The looks, the aesthetics, the visual aspect of it. The Western game design is really the health and defense, right? It's really that stuff. So you typically with an anime TCG or something like Vice Sports or whatever else, it's great. Or Yu-Gi-Oh, perfect example. Really high numbering, right? You're talking about like 4,000 life points, 600 life points, or attack, 600 attack, 400 defense, or 5,000 attack and 3,000 defense. With the Western game design, typically you see something smaller like Magic, right? It's a 3-4, 3 attack, 4 defense, a 2-2, a 2 attack, 2 defense. So really small numbers, something that's a little bit more manageable as opposed to these high values. That's really what it comes down to in terms of the design, right? So let's go further down. Clean design, right? The first anime TCG that focuses on card clarity, low stat numbers, and precise rules and text. So I guess that's the kind of Western design philosophies here. You can see here, 1 attack, 1 health, or 1 defense. You can see that here, but the art style is very like Japanese inspired, obviously. It's anime. Merlin, I like that card a lot. Memory Thief, beautiful design. I love that one, and I believe that one's in a rarity of what, SR? We'll look at the rarities later. You can view more of the cards here. But yeah, there you go. Limitless deck building. Over 24 basic deck archetypes to explore from within the very first set. So we'll just go back to number 1, run number 3. Give us number 1 here. Go back. There we go. Pick a basic element. So there's a couple of different elements. There's like fire, wind, water, that type of thing. Choose how your champion levels. So your champion will level up as you're playing, right? So you'll start at essentially your element. Your element allows you to draw your cards, which is typically 7 at this point. That, so champion on enter, draw 7 cards. Then you'll get your hero, your champion, as you progress and use your utilization deck. You'll go ahead and start upgrading your element to your level 1 champion, to eventually your level 2, and then your level 3, right? Your level 3 is like your max, you're all powerful, can do all the things that needs to do. Cards worth collecting. So they built the TCG with collecting in mind. That's a big thing for them. It looks like they're borrowing a lot from like a Weiss Schwarz aspect of it in terms of these signature cards. Cards worth collecting. Grand Archive provides full print run transparency for collectors, so we'll know exactly what the print run is. I'm hoping that'll... I don't know when that's going to be. There's a good and bad to that, right? So it's good to know what the print run is, because you know if it's limited, it's a small print run, there's not going to be as much out there. But at the same time, the idea of not knowing what that print run is, it doesn't cause as much scarcity, right? Because if you know there's only like 1,000 printed, then it's going to be harder to get the sets. But if there's a unknown number, could be a lot, could be a little. The assumption there's a little bit of it, but it should make the product more easily accessible, hopefully. But obviously for collectors, we want to know what the print run is. We want to know there's only so many of these cards, which makes it so limited, which means it's more valuable. Like, it makes sense from that perspective. The index reports the population of all normal and foil cards. So I guess the index will let you know how many of each one. But you can see here, Merlin, the Memory Thief. Here's what I was talking about, the Weiss Schwarz aspect, right? Where there's signatures stamped onto the card. These aren't actual signatures. Collector rares have gold foil signatures as well as exclusive full art treatment. Yeah, it's kind of the typical thing you see nowadays, right? Full art with signatures. So these are obviously going to be the ones that everyone's hunting for. First edition and Ultra edition. So let's look at that really quick. So you're going to have collector rares, alternate art versions, new functional cards, and art treatment changes, right, between the first edition and the Ultra edition. So that's what this is going through, right? So first edition CRs, collector rares, so they're collector ultra rares, sorry, CURs of the 12 main champion cards are the ultimate chase for collectors. Each CUR, collector ultra rare, has a hollow foil full art frame, texture treatment, and spot UV print with a unique gold foil stamp signature and serial number. Okay, so there will be a serial number on this, meaning that no two CURs are the same. So this is what I was talking about, right? So this is the first edition where they had the artist started signing it like 70 times. So it's truly unique. That's what you're seeing here. So here's the signature and there's the serial number, right? 1 of 70. So there's only 70 of this particular card available. So these are the, I imagine, are going to be very, very expensive. And then once all 70 are out, like that's it, right? You know, there's nothing else to pull. So might want to keep those boxes sealed after the 70th one is discovered. So it looks like you'll have what, level 1s, level 2s, and level 3s, 70 each. So what, that's 3 times 7, so 210. Yeah, 210 sign cards, I guess, that you can hunt for. So there'll be quite a few then. Okay, got it. And then it looks like we have the Ultra Edition CRs, right? So if you missed the Kickstarter, right, because they're not doing a first edition for for the public, it's only the backers that will get the first edition. Only the Kickstarter backers are getting really the first edition at this point. So if you missed it, that's kind of it. But Ultra Edition, they'll still have their own, looks like CRs, right? Yeah, Collector Ultra Rares we replaced with Collector Super Rares. So those CSRs, got it. The 4 Lineage Break champions in the booster box and the starter deck exclusive champion cards in the starter decks. They will not have unique signatures or serial numbers. Pull rates will be approximately 1 in 30 boxes and 1 in 72 starter decks. That's a lot of starter decks. Yeah, there's a lot of starter decks. But look, we have Ellen East Beckoner. There's Merlin. Merlin's the one I want. I'm sorry, but I love the art of Merlin. And what is it? Yohaku? That's the artist. Beautiful looking card. Love it. So this is what you're getting. Tristan, I'm imagining this is going to be one people want, just obviously. There's Lorraine. Yes, that's another one I want. Hori's a good artist. Yep. Rai, Selby. Yeah, all these are great. Art changes from first to Ultra Edition. So these are just changes. I'm not going to go through all this. What is it about this game that I like, right? Let's talk a little bit about that. One is obviously the design. You saw the design. Design looks great. I think it's fantastic. I really enjoy the art style. Weiss Schwarz was interesting to me, but it's too much, to be honest, like on the curvy side, right? I don't want that. I don't want to be playing that. And my understanding, Weaves of the Shore, who is making this game, they're located in Texas. That's their base. They're doing an anime style, but they're not going to go as far as like someone in a bath. That's my understanding, right? Is that there's a line they will not cross that Weiss tends to cross into. Grand Archive, I love the art style. I played the game. I like the system of the memory that you can manage. You have your main deck, right, that you're drawing from, your materialization deck, which is what you use to kind of get your weapons and like your accessories, your armor, or your leveling up for your champions. Then you have your memory, the bottom, which is what you're going to kind of put down in order to play the cards. And then of course that's kind of it. That's your setup. I like the setup. It's simple enough right now, right? And it's early in the game. I like the fact that the health and defense values are the Western style, they're a lot lower. Love the signature cards and the foils. I think they're doing a good job with the product itself. Let's go to getting started really quick and see what else is here. They have videos on a beginner's guide, right? How to understand Grand Archive, about it. Great video. I would recommend watching this. The objective of the game, right, obviously is to reduce the life of your opponent to 0. That's the whole point. As you level up, this life total goes higher and higher. So here's exactly what I was talking about, right? Your material deck, your main deck, your banished, which is like the exile, it's banished. Then your graveyard, champion goes in the middle, and there's your memory. Very clean setup, very straightforward. It's not hard to understand. Like I said, the cards look great. Very simple effects to get. I like it. I like the game. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I played with my friend Byfall on tabletop, and we finally got some like stuff to play in hand. So we got to play it at like a little pre-release kind of a thing. But that's kind of it. That's all I want to talk about in terms of this game right now in this video. There's nothing else. I think this went way longer than I wanted. It's at 20 minutes now, but still. If you're interested in this game, like I said, it's being released in April 28th. So you have what, like a few more months to pre-order it. There's not a lot of stores that are going to be carrying it from my understanding because it's a new TCG. They want to see how well it sells. I get all that. It's the way businesses run. But if you're interested and you want to support it, join the Discord. It's on the main page of Grand Archive. There's tons of people there. You'll find even the developers there. You'll find the guys from Reaps of the Shore on there. There's tournaments going on right now that you can play, like the Tabletop Simulator. They're doing all these kinds of things, and they're giving away promotional packs. I don't know, it's very interesting to see a card game from the very beginning and watching how they're trying to grow the interest, right? From a marketing perspective, it's very interesting to me. All right, I plan to do some more videos hopefully soon, talking about the demo decks, talking about the like pre-release stuff that I picked up. But anyways, thanks guys. Like I said, way too long already. I will talk to you guys next time.